say this, but I'm not a musician. I'm gonna try to tell you guys jokes. Woo, yeah. So here's joke number one. You guys ready? You guys prepared? Guys. Yeah. Oh, get out of here. Comedy can't happen with a woman on stage. Oh, no. No, Maria Bamford, everybody. She's awesome.
Thanks, Scott Brown.
Yeah. Oh. Thanks, Elizabeth. Boring. Anyway, so I'm on a diet. It's you guys. Anybody heard of this? It's called the Jesus diet. It's really awesome. What you do is you get to eat whatever you want and then die in your early 30s. So I've been listening, like I get depressed sometimes, so what I do is I try to listen to rap music to like get my mood up, you know? And sometimes it works, but sometimes it makes me even more depressed because their lives are way more awesome than mine. Like, I could never win a rap battle with Jay-Z, and it's not because he's a better rapper than me, because he's not. It's because he has just way cooler stuff to brag about, you know? Like, he'd be in the rap battle with me, and he'd be like, yeah, I sleep in luxury hotel suites every night. And I'll be like, I sleep on a twin-sized mattress. And he'd be like, yeah, I ride around all day in my Maybach. And I'd be like, I walk a mile to the bus stop. And he'd be like, I get to have sex with Beyonce. And I'd be like, it's a really long walk to that bus stop. And I used to live with a girl. We used to be dating. I used to live with my ex-girlfriend, and she had a car that her parents would let us borrow. And but I screwed it up because I'd always like say stupid things and forget stupid things, like the fact that she had feelings. And for example, one time we were walking down the street and we saw like a guy with like a dozen red roses in his hand, and he was walking past us, and she goes to me and she goes, you know, his girlfriend is probably really lucky. And I said, unless he's headed to her funeral. You know, and I can almost like pinpoint the moment like the relationship was doomed. Because my ex-girlfriend, she liked to write like sex stories. She liked to write erotic fiction. And I don't know much about sex. Like, you guys ready? Here's my signature sex move. You guys ready? It's called The Shrug. It usually happens about 2 minutes in, and then it's followed by the cry and it's over. So I don't know much, and she one time had me read a story of hers called Eric. There was the title was Eric, and I start reading it, and it's super cliche. You know, you get like the secretary waiting on the boss's desk in like the big building, like One Financial, and you know, and the boss comes in and he drops his suitcase, and I could feel his breath on my neck. I could feel the touch of his hand on my skin, the length of him pressing up against me, and it gets really graphic. It got really graphic, and I didn't like it at all. I thought it was terrible, but I wanted her to do some of the things she was describing with me, so I said it was awesome. You're terrific at writing, awesome, yay. But then I thought about it, and I was like, but why did you call it Eric? Is like that the name of the boss? She goes, oh, that's a funny story. Eric is the name of my ex-boyfriend. I started writing the story when me and Eric were together, and then we broke up, and I don't know, I just never had a better title in mind. Do you have a better title in mind? I'll use it if it's good. And immediately into my mind popped, Bring Your Daughter to Work Day. So I said that, and it's a really long walk to that bus stop. So that's that joke. The fat comedian is sad. How much time do I have up here? I don't know. Oh, really? It's one of those nights? Just, I don't know. Just get off stage. Yeah, so, you guys, that was all my material that I prepared for tonight, and then I blew through it, and then you guys didn't laugh at a single one, and now I'm gonna go home and cry. No, that's a joke. Eric Clapton. Okay, who here knows the song "Tears in Heaven" by Eric Clapton? Yay! Who here knows like the story behind that song? You guys all know like how that song came to be, right? It's pretty sad, right? Pretty depressing. I was watching an interview on BBC with Eric Clapton, and they were asking about the song. The interviewer was like, so all these years later, how do you feel about the tragedy? And Eric Clapton, it's not sad anymore. His response is like, I'm just not sad anymore. So much has happened successfully since then that I really don't feel the sorrow. And if you had been in the room next to me while I was watching that interview, you would have thought I was watching boxing, because I just started yelling, don't just sit there, hit him! Hit him in the face, he's mocking you, he's mocking all of us. And this is like a perfect example of why I should never be allowed to interview celebrities, because I couldn't just not be a person right there. Like, I couldn't just play into his narcissism. I'd just be there sitting across from him and I'd say, oh, so what you're telling me, Sir Eric Clapton, is that as your child fell out that window and plummeted towards the ground, he became Grammys. Is that what you think happened? Like, did he make a ka-ching as he hit the pavement? Like, did you sign autographs for the EMTs on their way out? Like, let's put it in perspective, Somerville. Eric Clapton is less sad about the death of his child than my mom is about the death of Eric Clapton's child. Because she flat out refuses to listen to that song, but if you try to take it off her iPod, she'll kill you. Thanks. I like you. Yeah, I think I'm done. Thank you, guys.